Hi students, in this session I am going to discuss KSET 2020 Chemical Science Organic Problems and their solutions. Okay, so first question in organic part is the IUPAC name of camphor is. So the correct option is 2. 177 trimethyl bicyclo 221 heptane 2-1. So this is the structure of camphor. It is a bicyclic compound. So it is having 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So total we need to count the total skeletal. It is heptane. Okay, and if I start numbering, so I'm going to start with bridgehead 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, and if it is a bicyclic compound, we need to include a bicyclo prefix, and within the bracket we need to mention the bridge carbons. So if you come for this bridge, it is having 2 carbons. Okay, next here it is having 2 carbons, 2, and here in this one it is having 1 carbon. So bicyclo 221 heptane, and at second carbon we are having a carbonyl group. Okay, and remaining are methyl group 1, 2, 3. So trimethyl, and where those trimethyls are present at position 1, 7, 7 trimethyl bicyclo 221 heptane 2. So this is the IUPAC name for a bicyclic compound, that is camphor. So the IUPAC name for the following compound. The IUPAC name for this compound is 1-phenyl 2,3-dibromopentane. So I will write this structure once. Okay, here phenyl, bromo, all are going to act as substituent. So, and I am going to number the longest possible chain from the side which carries lowest number to the substituent, that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this is pentane, and at first position I am having phenyl substituent, and at 2, 3 I am going to have dibromopentane. So this is a very simple IUPAC name. So next question is identify the correct structure of bicyclo 222 octane. Correct option is A. So as we have discussed for the camphor, here also the same thing. It is also a bicyclic compound. Okay, and if I count the number of carbons, if I start from the bridgehead carbon 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So if 8 carbons are present means it is octane. So since it is a bicyclic compound, so I need to include the prefix bicyclo, and within the bracket mention the bridge carbons. So here it is 2, here it is 2, and here it is also 2. So this is bicyclo 22 octane. So next question is which one of the following object is achiral? We need to identify achiral object. So if you take letter F, and if you take the mirror image, and if you place, it is going to have non-superimposable mirror image, then it is chiral. And if you consider P, this is also having non-superimposable mirror images. And if you take ball, so here the question is following object. So if you consider a ball, it is circular sphere, so they are superimposable. So this is achiral. So option C is correct. And if you consider hand, both hands are non-superimposable and they are chiral, pair of hands. Next, the major product formed in the following reaction. So here is the reaction. So it is example for epoxide ring opening reaction, and here this sodium salt of thiophenol is going to act as nucleophile, and the product which is going to be formed is C. So here if I write this structure, so this is our starting material, okay, and if it is treated with sodium salt of thiophenol, so ring will open, and it is an example for SN2 reaction, and we are going to get this product. So if it comes above this, there is steric hindrance, so we are going to get this product as major product, and option C is correct. And next question, among the following identify the aromatic compound. So it is completely, this question is based on the aromaticity, and we need to identify which are the aromatic compounds, and it is very simple. So which are the aromatic compounds? 1, 4. So which option is correct? C option is correct. Remaining, this is 2, 2, 2, 2, 8 electrons, and this is 4 electrons. So they will become anti-aromatic, and these two become aromatic according to Huckel's rule. So if you consider this one, it is going to have 2 pi electrons, okay, and if you come for cyclopentadienyl, it is going to have 6 pi electrons. So these two obey Huckel's rule, whereas remaining two, they won't obey Huckel's rule. So next question is, among the following which will undergo ionization easily? So this is also based on the aromaticity, okay, and if I ionize this one, I am going to get 2 pi electron, and we have discussed in the previous question that is it is aromatic. So if it is giving aromatic property means then it will undergo easy ionization. And if you come for the second, here if it undergoes ionization, then it is going to give you 4 pi electron, and it is going to have anti-aromatic character. So hence this will not undergo easy ionization. And if you come for this third, so this is also going to give 6 pi electron, and it is going to gain aromatic character, okay, and this is a tropylium cation. So this is also undergoing very easy ionization. And if you come for chlorobenzene, and we know this phenyl cation is not stable, okay, this is highly unstable, so it will not undergo easy ionization. So based on this, which of the following will undergo easy ionization is 1, 3. So which option is correct? A. Option A is correct. 1 and 3 will undergo easy ionization because active intermediates involved in the carbylamine and trimetamine reaction, and these two are second PU questions, and it is only carbene. So there is no other reactive intermediate is involved, because in both carbylamine reaction and trimetamine reaction we are going to treat chloroform with base, and this is going to form dichlorocarbene. So this is the reactive intermediate which is formed in both carbylamine and trimethylamine reaction. Means in carbylamine reaction we are going to react this dichlorocarbene with aniline. So this is carbylamine reaction. If we take phenol and if we do reaction with dichlorocarbene, then this is known as RT reaction, trimethylamine reaction, and in both the case only carbene is involved, so there is no other reactive intermediates. Next question, arrange the following carbocation in the decreasing order of stability. So here you can see all the carbocations given are tertiary carbocations. So how to decide the stability order? So if you come for first carbocation, so this question will be based on the hyperconjugation, means how many number of alpha hydrogens present, so it is going to have that much of hyperconjugating structure. So if you calculate alpha hydrogen here, it is having 2 alpha hydrogens, here 3 alpha hydrogens, 3 alpha hydrogens. So overall 3 plus 3 6 plus 8 alpha hydrogen, so there is 8 hyperconjugating structure possible for this tertiary carbocation. And if you come for the second, so this is also tertiary carbocation, but we need to see 2, 3. So here it is having hydrogens, so it is having 7 hyperconjugating structure. And if you come for third, so 3 alpha hydrogens, 3 alpha hydrogens, 3 alpha hydrogens. Overall 9 hyperconjugating structures are possible. And the last is, if you come for this tertiary carbocation, it is having 2 alpha, 2 alpha, 2 alpha. So 6 alpha hydrogens. So based on this hyperconjugating structure, you need to decide the decreasing order of stability. So which is more stable? Which is having 9 alpha hydrogen, that is more stable than 8 than this, and least is 4. So here which option is correct? C, decreasing order 3. So this is more stable because it is having 9 hyperconjugating stabilities. And if you come for first one, it is having 8 alpha hydrogens, so it is going to have 8 hyperconjugating structures. And second one, it is having 7 alpha, and this is 6 alpha. So this is the decreasing order of stability. So 3. So among the following, the strongest nucleophile here is option E. And if you come for the next question, SN1 reactions are favored by alpha branching favors SN1 reaction. So if you see, if alpha position is having unsaturation, then it will not undergo SN1 reaction, and if there is branching at alpha position, then it will undergo SN1 reaction, it will favor. And next question, dehydration of this compound with acid exclusively gives, and it is an Wagner-Merwin rearrangement. So this is the structure of the compound. If it is treated with acid, what happens? There will be formation of carbocation. There is a rearranged product formation will occur. Okay, and this is going to form, and finally there will be loss of water molecule, and we are going to get this alkene. Okay, so option A is correct for this dehydration reaction. Next question, the following reaction is known as, it is very well known reaction, that is Hofmann-Lufter-Freytag reaction. So it is a free radical reaction. So if you consider this one, CH2, 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 CH3, alpha, beta, gamma, delta. Okay, so in presence of acid, C4H9, NH plus, Cl, CH2, 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 CH3. And here what happens? This will be lost as chloride radical. Okay, and it is going to form C4H9 dot CH2, 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 H. Now this proton will combine with this amine radical and it is going to form, and this will combine with this chloride free radical, and what we are going to get, Cl. So since we are going to do in base, so this proton will be abstracted by base and it is going to form amine. So this lone pi now attacks here and this chloride group will be lost, and finally we are going to get a 5-membered ring. And this reaction is known as Hofmann-Lofter-Freytag reaction. If you come for next question, reaction of acetaldehyde with excess of formaldehyde in presence of NaOH is an example of which type of reaction? It is aldol condensation. So there is no doubt about this one. So it is a basic reaction. So if you take formaldehyde and if it is reacted with acetaldehyde, so I have removed the proton. So now it is going to form what? CH2OH, CH2, CH. Okay, now once again this will react with formaldehyde. Then what you are going to get? CH2OH, CH2, CHO. Here it will become CH2. This step will continue, and finally you are going to get CH2OH, 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 CH2OH. So this is the final product, and it is an example for aldol condensation, that too between formaldehyde and acetaldehyde. Okay, so this can be written like this. Okay, so it is an next 47th question. Conversion of 1,2-dibromo compound to alkyne can be achieved by, it is a PU question, that is fusion with KOH. So if we take 1,2-dibromo compounds, for example, consider this dibromo compound, if it is fused with KOH fusion means this reaction will take place at around 200 degrees centigrade. Okay, and which leads to the formation of alkynes. And toluene can be converted into benzaldehyde by oxidation with, correct, and option is chromyl chloride. So if we take toluene, if it is reacted with chromyl chloride, oxidizing agent, and it will stop at this aldehyde stage. So if we consider KMnO4 in alkali or K2Cr2O7 is H2SO4 oxygen vanadium pentoxide, it leads to the formation of benzoic acid, not benzaldehyde. So compared to this, chromyl chloride is somewhat milder and it leads to the formation of benzaldehyde. So next question, 49th question, identify the correct synthetic equivalent for the preparation of following compound, and this question is based on the retrosynthesis. Okay, and this product can be obtained by reaction of this compound with alpha beta unsaturated carbon compound, and it is an example for Michael addition reaction. So if you consider RCO CH3. So if it is treated with base, then we are going to get anion, and if this is treated with alpha beta unsaturated carbonyl compound, then we are going to get a C double bond O, CH2, CH2, CH double bond O minus. So further this will be get converted into R CO, CH2, 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 CO R dash. So this is example for Michael addition reaction. Okay, actually here it is 3. Identify the reagent for the following conversion. So here it is an deproduction reaction, and here it can be carried out by using DDQ hydrogen over palladium. And if we come for the next question, 51st question, suitable reagent combination for carrying out the following conversion is. So here it is a reaction of protection of 1,2-diols, and how you are going to protect this 1,2-diol is by using 2-methoxypropene and paratoluene sulfonic acid. So diol, okay, and if it is reacted with 2-methoxypropene in presence of PTSA, we are going to get protection. Okay, how this reaction takes place is, so this is going to form carbocation. Now this carbocation will be get attacked by alcohol, and it is going to form plus. So this lone pair will take up this proton, so it is going to form OCH3H plus. So now this lone pair will attack here, and this will be lost, means there will be formation of methanol. Okay, and finally we are going to get protected compound. So this is how we can protect 1,2-diol by using 2-methoxypropene and paratoluene sulfonic acid. Next question, 52nd, selective reagent for cis hydroxylation of cyclohexene to cis cyclohexene diol. Just write question, that is alkaline KMnO4 will give you the cis diol. Means if we take cyclohexene, if it is treated with alkaline KMnO4, then we are going to get cis hydroxyl compound. Next, 53rd question, the reaction given below is an example of electrocyclic reaction. So here the ring closing reaction will takes place. Okay, so if you consider how this ring closing reaction will takes place is, so if you consider under thermal condition, so it is 2 2 2 6 psi 1 psi 2 psi 3 psi 4 psi 5 psi 6. So these are the possible orbitals. So it is having 6 electrons. So this is symmetric, asymmetric, symmetric, asymmetric, symmetric, asymmetric. So this is HOMO, this is LUMO. Okay, so if you consider HOMO, it is symmetric. So I can write this outside orbitals symmetric. Disrotatory ring closure reaction. So disrotatory ring closure reaction will give you this product. So it is disrotatory thermally allowed reaction. So 55th question, among the following pericyclic reaction which is thermally allowed? So this is also a pericyclic reaction question. Okay, and option D is correct. So it is one more way of asking Diels-Alder reaction. So it is simple Diels-Alder reaction. So thermally allowed Diels-Alder reaction. So this is superficial interaction. So this is on the basis of superficial interaction. So superficial to superficial means, so here whatever the orbitals, they are going to combine the same side, so that is superficial. So here the number of pi system involved is 4, so there is superficial interaction. Here the number of pi bonds is 2 and it is superficial. So, and it is thermally allowed. It is an 4+2 cycloaddition reaction, that is well known Diels-Alder reaction. Next, which of the following is more reactive than benzene towards electrophilic substitution reaction? So here both pyrrole and furan are more reactive towards electrophilic substitution reaction compared to benzene. And nitration of furan is achieved by the following nitrating reagent C. And 58th question is, indole undergo electrophilic substitution mainly at position B. So if you see the structure of indole, so this is structure of indole, and as we know it is going to react with the electrophile at third position. Okay, at third position it will undergo electrophilic substitution reaction, and reason being it is going to retain this aromatic ring system. So these are the organic part questions which is asked in the KSET 2020. Thank you.